Hello? 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 Hello, hi. Just confirming if you can hear me. Oh, right. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Makri. I can hear the bird song as your background today. Nice having you today. Right. Okay. I think both our speakers are here. Is here. Maicon is also here. Can already start. Right. Okay. Cool. Cool. Hi, everybody. Good evening from Malaysia. Right now it's 8:30 p.m. for me, and I think different people come from different time zones. Um, right. Okay. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. And thank you for being here for our November community call. And just letting you know that this call will be um, recorded. So just letting you know and to get your consent as well. And today we are, oh, Marina is here. Let me admit her. Right. Hi, Marina. So today we're going to have two amazing speakers who will share with us two different things. So first we have Max from Fog Forest who will talk about his experience at Deaf Connect and also as part of the Regen House Residency. I'm so excited to hear what he has been through there, along with other people from Web3 as well as his um, friends from Fog Forest. And we also have Maicon here from Coopera Flora Azul. I hope I said it right. Sorry for my pronunciation. But he will talk more about his organization and how they are protecting the Spix Macaw, specifically the Blue Macaw, through education programs and also alternative livelihood programs, right? I think, Max, are you ready or do I give it to Maicon first?
Jam, Fatin, Jam, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Nice, fantastic. I'm sure they can start if they want. I'm just finishing setting everything up. I think we're all good.
Right. If that's the case, I will start with Mycon first. Right. Mycon, feel free to share your screen and
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. We'll just start. So, is everyone seeing?
yes.
Hello, I'm Michael. I'm from Brazil. My organization is from Brazil. Uh, our name is Instituto Coopera Flora Azul. So, we work with the Blue Macaw, especially with education programs and economical development, green ways for making income for communities here. So our institute is for social environment development. So yeah, I'll just show you guys a bit about our work. So Coopera Flora Azul was born from the dreams of young people rooted in the Caatinga, which is our biome, who chose to stay and make a difference. So we saw friends and neighbors living in search of opportunities. Then we asked ourselves if, what if we created those opportunities here? So these two people are the founders of Coopera Flora Azul, Laísa Lima and Yuri Araújo. Liza is a co-founder and agronomical engineer and technical coordinator for Coopera, and Yuri is administrator and project manager at Coopera Flora Azul. So these are the founders. So we are a youth initiative built with many hands. So there's Yuri, there's Liza, there's Victoria Ribeiro, she's a biologist. She works specifically with birds. So she's the educational coordinator for Coopera. So all the educational part of our program is her that does it. Me, Michael, I work with communication. So I work with social mobilization and digital communication. And Jackson, which is he works more with logistics and support when we are out in the field. So the challenges our region faces is the reintroduction of Macaw. So it has brought many hope for conservation, but it has also created tensions. So without environmental education in schools and daily life, new generations grew up without understanding the importance of protecting the species and the biome they inhabit. At the same time, the introduction of the blue macaw brought strict environmental policies that lack dialogue with local communities and realities. So they restrict the traditional land use. So it directly affects the livelihoods of families who depend on the caatinga. So protecting the blue macaw requires more than fences and prohibition. It requires awareness, opportunities, and justice. So we, Coopera Flora Azul, we act in these two fronts, so environmental education and sustainable economic development. So in education, we do workshops and hands-on experiences in schools and communities. So we foster care for the Caatinga, showing how to protect the biome is directly connected to the local future and the survival of the Blue. And for economic development, we create income-generating alternatives such as community nurseries and ecological management. So we replace predatory practices with solutions that protect the environment. So for environmental education, what we do is basically we present about the blue macaw and the story of how it was extinct in the wild and how it is being brought back. So we do workshops and discussion circles on environmental topics. We do educational activities in schools. So we train young people as environmental multipliers. So we reach children and youth is our main focus when it comes to education, but we also do local communities. So public schools near the Macaw Reserve, teachers and community leaders. The objectives are developing ecological awareness, strengthening a sense of belonging to the territory, and prepare new generations to care for the Macaw, and encourage youth leadership. So these are a couple of pictures. We also work with traditional communities. So we have indigenous people, we have other type of communities here as well. So for economic development, what we do is we construct and activate native seedling nurseries, which is basically a facility that supports planting seeds and developing it into sprouts for trees. So we install ecological irrigation systems. The Caatinga, the biome is really dry, and we only have a couple months of rain every year. The rest of it is really hot and really dry. So irrigation is basically the main point to create those nurseries. And we also provide support for the production, sales, and reforestation practices. Who we reach with development is the communities surrounding the Blue Macaw Reserve. So the region of the Blue Macaw Reserve is protected by law. So there is certain practices that the communities can't do anymore. So we brought in these new opportunities for them to have an income and in a way that doesn't harm the environment and doesn't break any laws. So we reach local communities, local farmers and associations, and youth and families seeking sustainable income opportunities. So the objectives are creating income alternatives linked to the conservation, promote reforestation as well. So we use a couple of these nurseries production to using reforestation practices. So we reduce the reliance on predatory practices and we encourage conscious use of the Caatinga resources. So our project in 24, we have been really active in the community. The community engages with us a lot. So we reached about, is everything okay? So we reached 1,800 children and youth in educational activities. We also done a bunch of activities this year, so this number is way higher now. We had about 12 schools involved and 7 organizations that was our partners, 10 participating communities, 700 followers in social media, and about 15,000 views on our social media. So the next steps for 2026 is reaching more people, creating more nurseries, doubling our capacity for making seedlings. We are also starting our meliponiculture program, which is producing honey with local native bees. So we are purchasing beehives and giving it to families. And we are also we're going to provide the families with training to operate these hives and treat the bees well. So our goal for next year is basically starting our meliponiculture program and have families trained for it. So it's a new nursery, the meliponiculture program, which is producing honey. We also want to provide more training workshops and expand our educational activities to have a fixed curriculum in schools. And we want to monitor our impact a little bit closer. So we have a partnership with UNESCO. We have achieved both national and international recognition. Coopera has been featured in a bunch of UNESCO articles. We also have local TV news articles about us. So we are really active in this front. We were also the only Brazilian project awarded by the UNESCO N17 program. So it's pretty cool. On social media, we have our Instagram and our website. And we had videos featured in UNESCO's Instagram, and we also have our own Instagram, which I'll share with you guys later. So that's basically it. We believe in a fair and more vibrant future. Coopera believes in the power of youth, equal opportunities. We invest in those who care for the land, protect biodiversity, and dream of a world where the Spix in Macaw familiar to many only from films. Once again, believe part of the Caatinga, the landscape. Some of our partners are our first and main funder was Youth Climate Justice. So they were the first one to believe in us. And we also have UNESCO and some other local partners. So this is it basically. Thank you for having the time. Coopera Flora Azul is really focused on developing these opportunities and developing new ways for people to survive in our biome, which is being really hard these past few years.
Right. Thank you so much, Maicon. Super, super great. And I think it's also refreshing to see a project that is literally being, started by the youth themselves. And even like I could really see the youth vibe in your slide deck. So thank you so much for that. I think we can also open maybe 5 minutes if anyone has any questions to my con. Yes, Marina, feel free to unmute yourself.
Hello, Michael. I'm from Brazil too. I'm from Manaus, and I'm I'm curious about something that we received the notice in these times that the macaws have a type of virus in, and this virus is spreading a lot. And you and your enterprise and you what you do with this type of situation, and what you can bring this to the community to preserve more, but because this type of virus it's a lethal for the macaws.
Um, basically, I'll go to like give context to it. The blue macaws came with a virus. The blue macaws weren't bred in Brazil; they were from Germany, and then a Germany organization brought them to Brazil. Then he introduced it to the Caatinga and the biome, and we found out that they had a virus that wasn't in Brazil. They didn't exist in Brazil. Um, my organization, Coopera, is in actively working in the reintroduction project. We are working mostly in education. We don't have involvement with that. So we're mainly just working, making people aware of the blue macaw, teaching them about how to preserve the caatinga, teach them about how to preserve the blue macaw, what they can do to help it. So yeah, it's just a sad news that the birds had this virus, and is a bigger problem for the whole country because we didn't have this virus, and this virus doesn't have a cure, and it's like really it's just unfortunate that it happened, and we're gonna have to wait and see what happens next.
Thank you so much for the question, Marina. I also wonder if this virus is also something that you mentioned in the module with the children, for example, as part of like a threat for the blue macaw, maybe.
We weren't mentioning it because we didn't have a lot of information yet. We just have rumors of it being around. Now that is actually like spread news, the government came in and said this is happening. We had to take the birds out of the environment. So now we will probably address that more directly and explain what happened and maybe give like some information about it. But in the past, we didn't involve that in the presentation because we didn't have any concrete information.
Right. Thank you so much, Makan. I also have one more question in terms of like the local knowledge of the people there. Is there any like cultural stories related to the blue macaw, which make people feel like they're related to the blue macaw? I'm just wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the region, we have this family who had a farm, like farmland, close to the introduction project. And like about like 20 years ago, they got into a program of making their land a reserve for the blue macaw. So they're probably like the one family that is like really close to the whole introduction project. But yeah, like older people have stories about seeing them in the past. The bird was extinct in 2001, so it's like really far back. Not everyone saw it or at least remembers. So yeah, we have a couple of stories. There's a couple of families and communities who has some involvement with the bird and the introduction project dating really far back.
Right. Cool. Thank you so much. Does anybody here has any questions for my fun? Especially for those who are also doing environmental education project. I see here Christine is also part of environmental education. I think Makwe as well a little bit. Do you have any question? Right, so Mike can also copy and pasted their Instagram for Coopera and also website. So feel free to follow them and see the work that they do. Right, cool. Thank you so much, my friend. Superb. And I also learned something new because, of course, I'm in a different part of the world, so I literally don't know about the blue macaw. So thank you so much for this. Like, I really enjoyed it. Cool. Before we move on to next, I just wanna see where everybody is coming from. So feel free to put in the chat box. Where are you joining us from today? I would like to know. Yes, this is from Argentina. Michael from Brazil with Marina. So yeah, keep it coming in the chat box. Just wanting to know where you're coming from today. Right. Cool. Next, I will pass it to Maxi. I think it's also has been a quite a busy season for everybody. For example, we literally have COP, which is the UN climate change conference that just happening and just finished actually last week. And we also have in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, we have the Deaf Connect and a lot of things happening at the end of the year. So I'm very, very happy to have Max here today to talk more about what has happened in Deaf Connect and also reintroduce Fort Forest as well and what they did basically in Deaf Connect. Yeah, feel free to you, Max.
Hi Fatin, hi everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I'm really excited to share what has been going on these last couple of days. It's been a really a summary of years of work here. This is my first time sharing screen, so I'm trying to figure out how it works. I would like to know just how I can go from one picture to the next. Let me see. Oh, fantastic.
Yes, that works.
Okay, so we are ready. Well, I'm Max from Fort Forest. I'm from Argentina. We work in the state of Córdoba in Argentina, in the center of the country. We traveled 900 kilometers to get to Buenos Aires to Dev Connect. We met a lot of people. We reunited with some people and we put some faces, some voices in people that we have been working with for years now. So this is our ground point. We are Fort Forest. We do sustainable environmental solutions through forest conservation and community engagement. And that's why we are in the community call of Gain Forest. This is us. We have worked with Web3. We have made an NFT campaign. You can see the NFT, well, the picture of the NFT in the center. We have planted trees in different projects. We come from the mountains of Córdoba, 900 meters height. And Dev Connect for us, we felt local. We share the same culture, but we felt small in the big city. So the Regen Hub and the fellow regions were our home too. And we felt a little bit safer because it was something smaller. We come from a region that you feel free, please, to ask questions, to raise your hands. We come from a region that is about 100,000 people in the whole region. We are in the mountains near a small town, so Buenos Aires, it's huge for us too. It's cosmopolitan, it's international, it never stops. It's always, you can always hear them. So it was quite a rush for us, and it was fantastic. Every time you go to Buenos Aires, you learn a lot. So this was Dev Connect. You can see the main stage. You can see the community's immunity part of the Regen Hub. And this was our home for a few days. This was the Regen Hub. This was a talk that happened one of the first days. And I'm just giving a shout out to the other organizations that were there. They helped us and everyone that came from all the parts of the world to feel comfortable, to connect, to get to know each other and to share our insights. So this was fantastic. The Regen Hub had daily talks, and it's also a place to get to know that a lot of people in the rest of the world that are doing similar things. Yeah, thank you. I kind of dressed as a plant because I thought that we all need to touch grass, and I think people really liked it. So I want to share a bit of the social too. If you look at the screen in this image that's in the bottom right, that's an Indian journalist that had his first mate ever in the Regen Hub. I share the mate with him. I share the part of my local culture. I think he actually liked it because people from India are used to having teas that are really strong. It was so funny to share mate with everyone. Not everyone wanted to. For those of you who don't know, we drink mate. It's a native herb from the north of Argentina, also from Brazil. I know they drink it too in Syria, and it's a strong green tea that has a lot of matein that's similar to caffeine, and we have like this cup where we drink our mate with the little shell, and we take our hot water everywhere, and we just drink mate every day, all the time. And that's kind of you see that and you see, oh, there's an Argentinian, maybe someone from Uruguay or from Brazil. So it was really nice to share all that culture. And if you look at the top right, you see a picture. I'm having a Kenyan coffee with Peter, my new friend Peter from Project Mocha. He came from Kenya with the Gain Forest team, and he was just inviting us to have some coffee that he brought. And for me, it's an amazing experience to try also the local culture and the beauties that everyone has to share. So that pretty much sums what was this week regarding relationships and regarding this human part of all of this, that for us it's really important, it's really necessary, and we struggle a lot in the virtual way, but we really like all of this. So here I just want to say thank you to all the different organizations that have been there. Regions Unite and NetEx State, they organized the Regen Hub the whole time. It was fantastic to meet all the regions. Agroforest DAO, Diogo, Greenpeace Brazil, COI, they also helped with Diogo from Agroforest DAO, he organized the Regen House. We were all there with the Regen Bazaar, and we all made sure to share. They also brought a lot of things from Brazil. I can really see, I can actually get to see, to touch, to feel, and to taste the network that has been bringing us all together. So I want to share a bit of the Regen House. This was a nice hacker house that we got for some of the regions that came from different parts of the world. That's on the right, that's Diogo from Agroforest DAO. On the left, that's Penny from Fork Forest. She's also here in the call. And on the center, it's Leandro, a host from Buenos Aires that brought us some nice organic local cheese. And it was a really nice couple of days sharing. You can see that Diogo brought Brazilian vinyls, and the people brought books from Ethereum localism. We baked a cake. We just try and shared every moment that we had when we were not at Dev Connect. Dev Connect was in a huge spot, actually the biggest spot in Argentina, the rural society in Argentina. It has been the center of Argentina from the beginning of the country. So there were more than 8,000 people came from different parts of the world, and so on from Argentina too. It was crazy from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then you could either go join a hackathon or a side event, or you could just go home, take a shower, and we try to share some mate, some organic wine, some talks, and just try to get to know each other. So it was really a safe haven for us. We also we invited everyone to have a barbecue, to have a asado, to have a meat, which is our tradition. Especially we get together on Sundays with the family. It happens in the center of Buenos Aires, and it happens in the mountains, and it happens in the campos. It's just our culture, our tradition. So we hosted some dinner. We brought organic wine. Penny brought organic wine from the Mendoza, the region of the wines here in Argentina. We shared some cheese. and we had some carne for a lot of different regions, and it was really nice. Regen House was fantastic. I got to know Diogo in person. I have talked to Diogo from Brazil for years. We were also hosting Regen from Greenville, Blake from the Netherlands. We were also hosting Monty from Refaidao. So nice to meet him. And also another different hackers from all over the world. It was so nice. And is everything okay? Are you listening fine? Everything is fine?
Yes, all good.
Nice. Anybody want to say anything? Okay. So this was a different chapter for us. This was Funding the Commons Buenos Aires. It was a different event. It happened on Wednesday. It wasn't on Dev Connect. And it was really a special day where a lot of people were hosted as speakers, and the energy really felt like they were finally getting together and sharing knowledge and sharing experience. It was our first time listening to Vitalik Buterin in person, and a lot of heroes that were there. There's a picture of Vitalik and Roger from Thor. We also took a picture with Roger from Thor because he's a hero for us. He's a protector of the privacy in internet, and I had no idea he was here in Argentina in Dev Connect, so it was amazing to listening to him. We also listened to David Dow from Game Forest. It was a fantastic talk. He was really enthusiastic, and he was like, probably the next Nobel in economy might be here right now. And it was just a vibe and an energy that really uplifted everything, because we can really feel the movement of the people working in the digital, in the privacy, in the common goods, in the public goods, and we also see it in the public goods in our territory. So this really gives us a lot of fuel to keep going, and we also learned a lot. We met a lot of people, and we were really, it was almost overwhelming. We had like this automatic translation to Spanish because everything was in English, and that helped a lot. And for us, it was like 1 year in 1 day. We really we left more improved privacy internet people than we arrived. It was really nice. We got to pay with crypto, which is really important. So for us, it's amazing to see it becoming true. And this is a bit of the Regen Bazaar. The Regen Bazaar was organized by Agroforest DAO, by Regens Unite. We all collaborated, and it was really an event where we could share the different products that everyone brought from different parts of the world, and that's a real way to get to know each other. So you can see in the picture that we were at home just chilling, having some wine, some water, and getting to know everyone. We got some olive oil from the people from Rifa Sicilia. Amazing, olive oil from Italy. It's like a dream. And Diogo brought banana pasa, like dried whole bananas from Brazil. Really fresh products that at least I never saw until that day, and they were so nice. And we really try and emphasize to have a nice nutrition, because days in the conventions are usually very exhausting. You go around running, you eat whatever, and you are really tired, and you need a lot of focus. So we were really taken care of by all of these amazing things that happened. And we also set up the Regen Bazaar in the Regen Hub for the last day, and it got a lot of attention. And actually, it's not about the merch anymore. It was experience because people just wanted to know what was going on, where everything came from, and the story behind that. And it's nice that we got to organize everything via Web3. We use Sarafu network vouchers to just make crypto payments just easy to manage. So it was a nice experience to actually put it in products, in material products, where the idea of NFT in something tangible gets actually it's really useful. It takes account of what we are selling or buying or just exchanging, because we did a lot of troca, we did a lot of exchange, and it's actually nice to use it to track it. I'm getting to the end, so I don't know if you want to know anything more about what happened about Dev Connect. This is just the last part, presenting what we are about to do, what we are working already, and we are really grateful for being part of Game Forest, and we're really excited to start using the tools for our new project, which is called La Fábrica de Mundos. We don't have an English translation yet, but it's kind of a factory of worlds, because we are starting a native trees nursery, and we're also starting to work in a private natural reserve of 400 hectares, and we need all of the help possible to track the native trees that are being protected, because there's not a lot of native areas here left in Córdoba, because we have the puma roaming, because we have animals that we need we need them to stay away from some parts, and we have a lot of different native and endemic species that we want to share, we want to protect, and we want to show to the world. So just wanted to say thank you. Know that we are gonna keep working. It's been fantastic this week for us, and we just wanna be back in the mountains to start our next chapter. And we're gonna stay in touch. Feel free to reach us. We're all doing the same work in different parts, so let's grow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Max. I could really feel the vibe even though I was not there. I feel like I was like following you at the venue itself. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I believe like some of the people here also attended. So that's really great, to share. And you mentioned a lot about connection, and I think that's the whole point of, events like this, and it happens like once a year. So thank you so much for sharing, Max. Max, I have one question, which is if there's like one takeaway from all this experience that you've had for the past 1 month at Connect and also the Regen House, like what would be like one takeaway that you want to share with the other people?
The one takeaway is that everything is already ready, everything is already going on. We shared a lot of products, we got a lot of interest, and we could use Web3 tools, we could use Web3 connections. So though at first it's a local start, let's just move on. We got really excited with the people from the Regen Bazaar, because we really want to keep on receiving products, exchanging products, because the abundance that you have left over there in Brazil or wherever, it's something that we don't have, and the abundance that we have, we can share. So we just really feel like this is a first step, and that we want to continue.
Right. Thank you so much, Max. Does anyone have any question or want to add something to what Max has presented? Anyone? Just gonna open the floor. Right, Diego, feel free. To you.
Hi, hello, Notfati, hello, Max, everybody in Gay Forest. Yeah, very nice presentation, and it's beautiful to see how all these people doing local work, you know. And over here in Buenos Aires, during DevConnect, we try to create a microeconomy experiment with commons, so sharing, you know, knowledge, skills, goods, using the Safo pool. So I think this can be very valuable, very important for communities around the world already do that. And maybe for us, global, you know, regions and some nomads is also important. So it was our first attempt to coordinate like that. And yeah, it was great meeting the Game Forest people over there. Really nice. Thank you. Thank you, Max. Well done.
Thank you, Diego. Diego, you mentioned you were using Sarafu vouchers to work with the different products that you had there.
Yes, exactly. Mhm.
Right. Cool. So if anyone here would like to know more about Sarafu, I've already pasted the link. It's sarafu.network. So yeah, feel free.
Sorry.
Anyone? Yep. Go on.
Sorry, I accidentally left. Thank you,
Ah.
Diogo. It was fantastic to meeting you, and we got a lot going on now, so we'll keep on meeting.
Right. Cool. Thank you so much. Living the vibes. Does anyone have any questions, or if you're not there, maybe you want to know more about specifically what happened, or if you're there and you want to add anything? All good. Right, cool. If that's the case, that's gonna be it for our today's community call. Thank you so much. Really love the vibe. Thank you, Maicon, for introducing your work in Coopera. I hope I pronounced it right. So sorry. And also thank you, Max, for sharing your experience in DevConnect, FTC funding the Commons, and also the Regen House. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Right, cool. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Fadin. Stay safe. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.